Throwing sports talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now let's talk a little bit of heavyweights, you guys. Right? And I'm gonna be straight up from the jump. This is inspired by what I'm hearing about the news with WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder versus Lewis, the real King Kong, Ortiz, which we've heard the last couple of days. This fight is in the works. They're negotiating, trying to make this fight happen sometime in November, if I'm not mistaken. Did a video about it, but memory and all that. But they're trying to make it happen this year. Huge fight. Ortiz is one of these top four heavyweights. We know that he's, besides the guys with the titles, he's the next dangerous. We've been saying it for the last couple of years. We even call him the most avoided heavyweight. This fight is trying to happen, right? So this is inspired. This can probably become a long video because I got some real pertinent questions, right? Right now, you're hearing people say they don't believe the fight is going to happen, they don't believe it's going to happen, and things like that. Well, whatever, doesn't matter. It's being negotiated and it's coming from real good sources, right? But it's in the air, which is good. Both camps have stated that they're trying to make this happen, which is a good thing, right? We can agree on that. Great fight, right? Only thing we got obstacle, I talked about in other videos, the main Stavern mandatory thing, right? But, it's kind of irking me a little bit now because when things are starting to happen, right, the guy we were saying that Deontay Wilder was afraid of, right, now all of a sudden becomes an old guy, right? He's an old guy now. So if he fights him, you won't get no props for it. We're not letting that happen. That's not what we said. People who done videos, put them up. Make sure people remember what they were saying. It's not the old guy, because if he was old 2 months ago before he was signing to fight Deontay, right? When we were saying everyone was avoiding him. He's not an old guy, right? So my point right now is this. Who the hell out there is not a nobody or a bum, right? I think that list would be a lot shorter, guys. It would be a lot shorter, because when you look down the list, you see everybody, because we say a lot of people haven't fought anybody, right? And since I started with Deontay Wilder, we'll start with him. Deontay Wilder, WBC heavyweight champion. He hasn't fought anybody, right? Now, when we say these nobodies, they ain't fought nobodies, or he's fought bums. Some people go that far, call them bums, right? These are not guys you're going to walk to their house and say, hey, dude, you a nobody. I'm going to go back on so far on Deontay Wilder's resume to a guy like Kelvin Price, right? Yeah, he was 14, 15, and 0. Right? At one time they fought 6'7" and chisel. Ain't nobody walking to his door. Hey, Kelvin, man, you a nobody. You a bum. Right? And we be visiting him at the hospital after that. Hey, man, I went over there and called him a bum. Yeah, I'll be right in about 8 weeks. Right? You're not calling these people bum. But okay, we're talking about boxers. So Deontay Wilder hasn't fought anybody. So let's remember that when we're looking through the list. Right? He hasn't fought anybody. Even Anthony Joshua. Basically, until he fought Klitschko, he hadn't fought anybody. Heard it all the time, right? Joseph Parker, the other champion, WBO, haven't fought nobody to today, right? It's not as bad as when we say it about Deontay Wilder. He really ain't fought nobody, but they all really haven't fought anybody. A lot of them are bums. So I'm like, where are we supposed to get the fighters that are not bums or nobodies? From where? Because we can't get them from the rankings, right? You're looking at WBC rankings, the main Stavern #1. He fought Deontay Wilder, so he's a nobody, right? Klitschko, right? He's old now. He's #2 on the list, right? Luis Ortiz, that's the old guy. He's about to fight right now. That's all of a sudden is not most avoided no more because he's about to fight Deontay. He's an old guy, right? Kubrat Pulev, he ain't fought nobody, right? We know his last 5 opponents have an average of 10 losses, and before that, well, the guys he fought, hey. Nobodies. Maybe bums. That's what we call them. Who's what? Dillian White. Right? Lost to Anthony Joshua. Barely beat Derek Chisora. Right? Those nobodies. He didn't beat Joshua. Right? Lost to Joshua. So he ain't nobody, right? Andy Ruiz. Well, can't be nobody. He fought Joseph Parker. right? He ain't nobody. What, Carlos Takam? Him too. Nothing. He fought Joseph Parker. We said Joseph Parker ain't fought nobody. Who's after that? Maurice Bach? Dominique Brazil? Derek Chisora? Johan De Hoppus? You know, he fought Deontay Wilder. He can't be nobody, right? These are the guys we're talking about, right? They're in the rankings. WA, we don't have to worry about it. Alexander Ustinov and Shannon Briggs both had dope issues. They haven't fought nobody. Fred Zaquindo, Manuel Char, right? Stuff like that. So my point is, you look through all these rankings, right? And these people that are right up there are people that we continue to call something that's not what they are. These are great fighters. These are good fighters. You gonna tell me Carlos Takam's not a good fighter? Andy Ruiz Jr. is not a good fighter? Even Kubrat Pulev is a good fighter. I would like him to step it up, but he's a good fighter. One of the best jabs in the business, right? We can't keep calling everybody nobody. That's what our problem is. So that's why I know boxers are soon to get oblivious to this. It's like, hey man, I haven't got no more time because there is nobody. We continue to call everybody bums or nobody. So my question to you guys, the three people that might watch this, three of y'all, write me. Let me know who is not a bum right now or nobody. Because I don't see it anywhere, right? Everybody on the list is nobody. And if they are somebody, they probably had something to do with the drugs, right? Most of these guys have some kind of issues before with drugs, right? And then now it's being cleaned up. So I'd just like to know who are not the bums, who are not the nobodies. Because what we're doing to Deontay and Luis Ortiz is we're diminishing this fight. It's a great fight for both fighters. The winner of that fight should have monumentous momentum going forward. Monument, I mean, really. So we can't just keep calling everybody nobody, right? And another question, for example, especially Americans, are you capable of not liking Deontay Wilder, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and Andre Ward, right? Those three names. But to a lesser extent, even Terrence Crawford. It's happening to him and Errol Spence now. But those three names, Deontay Wilder, right? Your boy Floyd Mayweather, right? And Andre Ward, right? Because I can understand, I don't like Floyd Mayweather because his mouth's too big. He was disrespectful. He had domestic issues, all right? Throwing money in the camera. We don't like that kind of attitude, right? So, I don't like it, right? But then, okay, there's Andre Ward, God-fearing man, handles his family business, very respectful, speak very well, articulate, clean-cut kind of guy. So we don't like him either. That's almost impossible. The only thing they have in common is the fact that they're very technical fighters. So I would say, well, maybe we don't like technical fighters. Okay, you won't like Andre Ward either then, right? We like knockouts, right? So then I would say, well, you like knockouts. So there would be Deontay Wilder, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that, feed those cravings you have for knockouts? From 38 fights, 37 of them, right? The only one that didn't knocked out was a dude who fought 8 rounds with one hand because his right hand was broke. We know that. So there's a knockout right there. So my point would be, then you should be a Deontay Wilder fan if you don't like technical fighters. Now, if you don't like Deontay Wilder, but you like Gennady Golovkin, then something is probably wrong with you. Something would be wrong with you. Or if you like Vasily Lomachenko, but you don't like Mayweather or Crawford or Andre Ward, you might have another little problem. And that was the one you have to address. Because you got to like something. If you like knockouts, you got to like Deontay Wilder. If you like technical fighters, then, Mayweather Ward, right? You would have to like one of them. Now, I'm not mentioning some of the other guys that are technical or anything that are not American. I'm just mentioning that right now because this is an American thing, too. It shows the divide. We have a lot of great fighters. We should push for them to be a little bit more in the know, a little bit more in the public eye with Al Heyman and them trying to do a free boxing. Get them out there a little bit to the mainstream guy because they probably don't even know about them, which is a travesty, right? And most of our boxers are probably going to pack their bag and go to England just to be known and be respected for what they are, which is great fighters. And we have loads of them. I ain't mentioned some other stuff, man. I'm still thinking about the Charlo brothers. Man, how you going to have 2 twin brothers, right? Two twin brothers, right? Both of them having titles at the junior middleweight division, then one go up to middleweight now, and we barely know them. Yeah, stuff like that. So I'm just saying, back to this Deontay Wilder thing against Luis Ortiz. Don't let the people try to tell you that Luis Ortiz is old all of a sudden. He's not. Lots of times we like to just have something for our argument purposes, but when the fight gets made, then all of a sudden we want to, to destroy the guy's character or his worth all of a sudden. No, it's a bad dude 6 months ago. It's a bad dude 2 months ago. It's a bad dude 2 years ago. It is still a bad dude. Just because he decided to fight Deontay Wilder doesn't mean all of a sudden he's not bad. Right? Both of these guys are bad. The winner of that fight is probably one of the best in the division, right? And will have big time momentum, and he'll be ready to fight that guy over there, the winner of Joshua and Klitschko, or Hughie Fury and Joseph Parker, right? Those, let me say something else. As I told you, it's gonna be a long video because whatever this time, get some stuff out. They're having a Super 6 tournament in the cruiserweight division and in the super middleweight division, right? But if they were to have one in the heavyweight division, these guys would be invited. The 3 champions would be invited. Luis Ortiz would definitely be invited. Those other 2 spots would be open, right now. But it wouldn't be like Hughie Fury couldn't get one, But I'm just saying, these are the top of the line. So if he's fighting somebody that would be in that top 4, top 5 heavyweights, then he can't be a bum. If that is, then all heavyweights are bums. That's what we're basically trying to say. So we're going to have to make a decision here. Me personally, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Me personally, if they're in the top 15 rankings, plus the people that I know of, that I keep my eye on, I would not consider, first of all, anybody, whatever, top 50 ain't getting called a bum. We don't do that here, right? That bum is way too far. For me, personally, that's just me. I understand people roll like that and call people bum. That's ridiculous. But I mean, people that are not great fighters or whatever, but if they're in the top 15, they've probably done something somewhere on the planet, and you probably just don't know about them. Now, that's not saying that people don't get ranked. We know how these mandatories get in here, and they didn't even deserve to be mandatory. We know of those. But if you're in the top 15, you've probably done something. The amateurs, you've probably done something in another part of the world. And I respect everybody's backstory. It doesn't matter if I don't know him. Then do my homework on him and check him out, right? But I don't really say, oh, I don't know him. Who is this nobody? We don't do that here. Everybody will be respected. They come from this planet, right? That's how that goes. But back to the top, Deontay Wilder versus your boy Luis, the real King Kong Ortiz, is a great fight. And both of these guys are good fighters. The winner of that will definitely be a great fighter after that point. Either one of them. Simple as that. Don't Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm about to here.